Shalom and happy Hanukkah to you. For this Hanukkah season, I'm going to just bring everything kind of into a little bit of a Hanukkah teaching. So in 1 Corinthians, my scripture that I have for today is 1 Corinthians 14:33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. So one of the messages of Hanukkah is the light. And one of the areas that brings confusion for sure in our life is darkness. Darkness comes from the enemy. But a lot of times, to bring it into a Hanukkah teaching, Antiochus IV, that when he was wanting to assimilate and take over Israel, one of the first things he did is he changed the priestly garments from that which came out of Moses' teaching, and he made them in a Greek culture, like a Roman, like you would say, like Roman dress, where the priests were wearing short, like skirts, and it's interesting. You say, well, what's the big deal? They're in the desert. Short skirts would be better than these long robes, according to Moses, and maybe Moses and God wasn't calculating properly about what the temperature was going to be like in the Holy Land, and as if God doesn't know the temperature in Jerusalem. But wouldn't short skirts be better? But in the Hanukkah story, the priests actually end up getting so corrupt that they end up wrestling naked in the temple. Well, how did they get to wrestling naked in the temple? It started with the changing of the robes, and then into the short dresses, and then the banning of circumcision and the banning of different things. And then the next thing you know, this is history. They're wrestling in the temple naked. And so that's my word is to you in this Hanukkah season, is understand that it's small degrees of compromise eventually lead you into behavior that you never thought you would be involved in at all. Just like small degrees of changing of behavior in righteousness, and you'll wake up one day healed and prosperous of the Lord. Just make sure you're heading up the mountain of the Lord and not down the mountain of the Lord. So, Father, in this Hanukkah season, we ask that you do as the Scripture says, and, Father, bring us the peace. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. We bind all spirits of confusion. We cast them out. Lord, release Shalom. I'll see you tomorrow.